Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgun 111, and welcome back to Stardew Valley, where the spirits are happy. Let's see what other kind of luck we have going on. We don't get the thing that gives us better staircase luck, so I think today is not going to be a day that we go trying to dive the skull cavern. And so instead, today will be kind of a day of tending to the farm and doing that kind of stuff. And so, I guess with 50 of these, I would be able to get some more iridium going in the super furnaces. And then after that, I guess let's do some more gold ore, sure. So let's see, it's Tuesday. I decided I wasn't super interested in doing the gifting quest that was available on Key's board. And so I think basically we're going to do some relaxing days where we sleep until we get the good luck day that also has the staircase bonus, and then we're going to try to dive the super skull caverns and see what we can do there. But in the meantime, we have some of the usual money-making things to take care of. And for today it begins with preserving row. So, row, row, row my boat. Or in this case, my preserve stars. Yeah, once again, I need too much mental energy to make sure that they all get filled, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think I managed to fill them all. A lot of ancient fruit went in there. Because I didn't have enough row, but that's fine and dandy, because we've got too many ancient fruit to be able to stuff into kegs, despite my best efforts to get as many kegs as possible. I've been accumulating coffees, so let's go ahead and turn them into triple shot espressos, as we do. Eventually I'll probably sell some of them, because I don't think I'll be able to drink them all. But yeah, I don't know that there's anything else on the agenda, and so I think let's just fast forward until we get a lucky day where we can go on the deep dive. So it's 11 a.m., sounds like a good time to turn in for the night. I got an achievement of some description, probably for a total amount of money that I have made. Like maybe I've made $1 million in the entire, or $10 million in the entire game. 5 million of which is currently on me, I'm not sure. Let's see what the achievement is. Yeah, legend, 10 million. Okay, neat. Spirits are neutral today, so not a good luck day. So in that case, it's probably just going to be some more farm tending. Yeah, and we also didn't get the staircase, so yeah, it's definitely not going to be a day to dive the mines. Okay, not a whole lot of excitement happening here, so I will see you in a bit. Well, the ancient fruit wine is done in here, and so I'm actually going to remember that I want to move this keg up, so it's kind of less in the way. There we go. And so now, I get the joy of clicking on all these guys. Okay, I think I got all those kegs going. Hey look, it's more coffee! Well, today I was more efficient. Managed to get my farming duties done by 10:20 a.m., so I think it's time to call it a night. And let's hope we have a good luck day coming up now. Made a bunch from ancient fruit wine, to no one's surprise. And if it's not a lucky day, I should also glance at the calendar and see if anything's coming up that is noteworthy. Spirits are very happy today. Okay, we have a chance. Can I also get a staircase? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, today is a day that we are going to try to dive deep into the mines. And so, I think I should just go for it right now. And should I even take my warp totems? I think they're in here, and there might be something else in here that I want to take as well. If there was something else in here I wanted to take as well. These give extra luck. Could use that when the luck from the magic rock candy runs out. I could actually use this for luck at the beginning. Yeah, that could be good, and it gives me extra defense. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna save the magic rock candy for later in the run, because in the early portions of the run, I'm just gonna be trying to get down as deep as possible. We're going to put this over here so that it's not on the bar. The ancient fruits, let's even get another inventory slot out. I don't need this, I don't need this, and I don't need this, or this. Yeah, we're gonna go all in on this stuff. I should have bought more bombs, probably. But things explode when I kill them. So yeah, I think this could still go well. Okay, so let's go for it. I'm going to take the correct teleporter to the desert. I'm going to realize that I never drank triple shot espresso and fix that. We're going to eat this for the luck buff and for the defense buff as we're going into the upgraded Super Skull Caverns. And then the goal is basically get as deep as possible as fast as possible. And then once this food buff wears off, getting radioactive ore is also worth it. Once this food buff wears off, oh wow, look at all the radioactive ore, great. Then it will be the case that we'll switch to the magic rock candy, which gives us super duper duper luck, and hopefully great things will happen. Let's see, I could have used a bomb there. It might have been a smart thing to do. I didn't do it. So let's just try to kill this guy here. There we go, and it explodes a bunch of stuff for me and gives me a staircase too. Great. Okay, one serpent at a time. I don't mind missing the broccoli seeds. They'll probably get discarded at some point anyway. The magic quiver is doing too good of a job of repelling these guys. But the goal is just to get down deep ASAP. And here is a hole. So let's jump. Fell 8 levels, great. I see a diamond that will explode in just a moment. There we go, and here's a way down. Great. Okay, half health, I'm aware of it. Let's try to kill some guys who will break the radioactive ore for me. There we go. And then we'll just try to kill a bunch of guys and get a bunch of loot. And I'm happy to move forward. Looking at the health, which is not super great. There's a floor down, and I should just take it. There's another way down, and I should just take it. We're shallow enough that just getting deep should be the priority. Okay, watch out. These guys are a little bit scary. There's some more bombs for me, great. Ouch. There's my way down. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna go ahead and drink a life elixir. So that we're back up to full health. And I'm gonna play it patient here, because I've got two guys coming from two different angles. Okay, now with just one angle, I feel better about myself, and there's my staircase down. Great. And here's some radioactive ore, so that's always worth getting. Because it's worth a lot. Because in the end, the point of this run is to try to make money. And so when we see things that are super valuable, we should get them. Alright, you guys need to blow up, and I need to go downstairs. Great. With just one of you, I can just mine. And the magic quiver will keep you off of me, and here's my way down. Great. This is definitely a place to use a bomb. Magic quiver is going to do a good enough job. Okay, we'll put a bomb here. And we'll put a bomb here. And I somehow didn't manage to explode the diamonds. So we'll correct that in a moment. There we go. Diamonds exploded. Let's go. Alright, 5 hits to break all of that. Ghosts, please explode. This for me, thank you. There's a way down, so we just take it. What floor are we at? Still just 25. I've gotten good enough at this, it feels like, that I should probably wait until I get to level 50 before I really slow down my just go deep approach. Alright, that guy's gonna go get killed somehow. Ouch, I didn't have my sword. There we go. Picked up most of the drops there. Health is still doing okay. There's a hole, we're gonna jump in. I fell 5 levels, and I did notice that I picked up some pink cakes And so... Oh, and here's some sashimi. Let's go ahead and eat the sashimi really quick. That'll give me some of my health back. And free up some inventory space. And I'm going to get the pink cake on the bar. So I've got that ready to go. And the magic rock candy is going to be when the pumpkin soup expires. So let's go ahead and get it on the bar. And I got a shirt, a fluffy shirt. It looks like that. I'm throwing it in the trash. Level 2 fairy box, we've already got one of those. Level 4 parrot companion, I'm not sure we have a level 4. So that could be interesting. And yeah, at this point I'm not even going to eat the lesser food, so I'm just going to throw those guys out. And I'll throw the sap out too. We'll probably end up just getting some more sap though. Okay, so keep moving downwards. We're trying to get down to at least level 50, and then we'll start getting some really good stuff, I think. Alright. Where would the staircase down be? Somewhere. Oh, here it is. Alright, just kill the mummies. They'll explode a bunch of rocks. That one didn't manage to explode stuff for me, which makes me a little sad. There we go, staircase down. Great. Alright, the combined napalm ring that explodes enemies when they're killed is super great. I'm loving it. It's probably time to eat a pink cake, so let's have one of those. Alright, health is back up, great. And this guy needs to go. And then I think we could just use a bomb here. While we mine some diamonds. And then go back to killing bad guys. Until the staircase appears. Great. I see a staircase, actually. There's a visible one. But I would like this. Ouch. Okay. Alright, you need to die. Thanks. Thanks also over there. And let's just do a bomb right there to get the radioactive ore. There was some iridium over there as well. Okay, I did not consider these floors, which was foolish of me. But I do have enough stone that I can craft a staircase. So I'm going to use the staircase to get out of here. Okay, staircase. Let's skip this floor. There's no sense slowing down, killing all the monsters in there. When our goal is to get down deep fast. And so hopefully we'll mine up enough stone to make another staircase if we need it later. Alright, this guy needs to go. And there's our staircase. Great. Health is about halfway down. And I'm facing the wrong direction to hit this guy. That's not super great. There's some crab cakes on the floor, and I would like to have them, so let's eat the pink cake. Just to get those picked up. And then this guy can probably break open some of this stuff for me, maybe? Magic Quiver, you're too good. Alright, here's my way down. What floor am I on? 47. So we're still just trying to get deeper. Ouch. Alright, these serpents have a little bit too much health. That's my new declaration of the day. Alright, 2 of them, 3 of them. Oh my goodness. Get them on one side of me. Thanks for the bombs. Thanks for the spicy eel. Thanks for the key gems. Which, did I even know that was a thing? Apparently you can just get random key gems from any of these upgraded places, even when there's not a key quest going on. And I'll get rid of the sap, just glance at this. That's not very good. And these things are not worth very much. Okay. Let's just head downwards. No, let's grab the radioactive, or sorry, the iridium ore, and then we'll head downwards. Great. Ouch. I think I'll focus. Oh gosh. Okay, it's about to get ugly in here. So let's try to find a staircase down while there's not too many enemies here yet. Oh, staircase, where are you? Not here. Okay. Now let's try killing lots of bad guys. Oh gosh, I'm close to death. I did not realize this, so I got knocked out. How much stuff do I lose? I have $500,000 on me. I did not react quickly enough there when it was necessary to do so. Easy now. Take it slow. Someone found you unconscious and battered. I had to perform emergency surgery on you. Be a little more careful next time, okay? Thanks, Harvey. He charged me 1,000 gold for the hospital visit. Items lost. Nothing. Maybe because it was a super lucky day? Okay. And I keep my okay. I was worried that I might lose like a percentage of my money, but apparently I did not. And so it's all okay. In other parts of the world, it's springtime right now. Imagine that. Yeah, imagine that. Okay, so that did not go as well as I had hoped. It was because we got overpowered by lots of serpents, and I didn't eat food to get away from them. And so a flaw in my current plan is that I need to have a cache of crafted staircases that I can put into use when necessary. So that's what I learned from today's dive. I also learned that you're not necessarily going to lose tons of money. And so it's not a bad thing that I'm holding $500,000, which I didn't even really consider going into today. So I guess we'll say that worked out in my favor. And yeah, how much like loot do we rake in? That's a fair amount of ore. That's a little bit of ore. Got another prismatic shard, and a few other things. So we made some money doing it. But I need to refine my strategy if we want to have more than an incomplete success like I just had there. Okay, well, I'm back in time to actually do some farming tasks now. So give me a minute to deal with all of this. I noticed that there's a couple of crops missing over here. I've scared off 13 crows, is this one. Yeah, I guess my scarecrows are not close enough. You've only scared off one crow. Okay, I think you were improperly placed. So let's move this rare crow maybe here. And it'll be more in a spot where it's going to cover where it seems like I'm losing some of my harvest. And maybe I just didn't plant one there, I'm not sure. In any case, it's just back to a normal farming day now. Well, I finished up enough of my farming work, so let's hit the hay. And see what the next day is going to bring. Made some money off of a little bit of ancient fruit wine once again today. With some of my outdoor off-cycle kegs. Today, spirits are just neutral, so we won't try the dive again. It's Elliot's birthday. Bookseller's coming up in a couple of days, and I might buy books just to try to get all the books read and fill out these things, because I guess there's 3 books I haven't read, apparently. And I know what at least one of them is. Let's go ahead and drink the coffee to run around a little bit. I'll say geodes. Oh, I forgot! We're also working on Robin's Resource Rush. I did grab a bit more stone, but if I wanted to get even more stone, how would I do so? There's the quarry. I could go into the normal mines. I should craft up more bombs in any case, is something I should do, and it looks like our preserves jars are ready to go. And I have lots of row to shove in them. So let me take a minute to do that and think about where I want to try to get this stone. And let's also move these preserves jars up, so I'm going to empty them out and then go like so. And now move them up there. Okay, that's much better. Just like I hate watering, I hate trying to shove things into all these jars. It seems like I always manage to miss one. But in any case, that task is done for today. And one thing I've been meaning to do that I keep forgetting about, let's do it now, is I have all these Omni Geodes, and you can't sell them directly, but I can trade them at the Desert Trader. And so I wonder what's the most expensive thing that I could trade the Omni Geodes for. Artifact troves, I don't think you can sell. Warp totems to the desert you can sell. Are those the only things you actually trade for? Green turban you wouldn't be able to sell. Or the magic cowboy hat. So yeah, let's get one artifact trove and one warp totem and just see. This cannot be sold. And this only sells for 20 gold? So the best thing to do with the Omni Geodes... Yuck. The best thing to do with the Omni Geodes is to crack them all open. And a lot of the things that come out of them are worth a whole lot more. Alright. I don't relish the thought, but I think we're going to Clint's. And Clint's got a day of backbreaking work ahead of him. So I hope we got a good night's sleep. It's not Friday, is it? I think it's Thursday. It is Friday, which means Clint won't be there, because Clint takes the day off on Friday, starting in like year 3 or something. So I can't actually do that today. So what I should do is, I think I've used the quarry already very recently, but let's run by the quarry really quick. Yeah, there's hardly any stone here. I guess I will mine it up. But I need to figure out how I'm going to complete Robin's resource rush. And I guess the normal mines are probably the best way to do it. And are there any particular floors in the normal mines that are particularly populated with stone? Definitely not the icy area. And definitely not the... I think actually some of like the early floors that are in the 20s might be some of like the most rock dense stuff, or the very late floors. And I get better loot in the late floors, so I should probably do that. I don't need the magic rock candy in my bar right now. Yeah, and if my goal is just to get some... Sure. My goal is just to get some stone. I think I do have this turned on for the harder monsters, but I don't think the harder monsters were really bothering me that much in this zone. Last time I was here. So let's just get a sense of how much stone I can quote-unquote mine up just by killing a bunch of bad guys who happen to be standing near rocks. Let's see how well that goes. Alright. So I'm currently holding on to 53 stone, I think. I just wanted to get a rough sense. There's going to be a high amount of variance per floor. But I'm curious if I just use my sword on these floors, how much stone I can gather on a decent sized floor just by killing monsters. And it kind of depends on how many monsters are there. I'm at 64. Okay, so that was only like 10 stone. So that was not super great. If we get lucky and there's like big clusters of rocks and I can hem in the monsters like over in the corners, could work out better. Also, radioactive ore is nice. That's worth a ton of money, so at least we're making some money. My health is actually not doing super great, because I'm not really trying to do very super great with it. And I've got plenty of bombs, and I can always just make more bombs. How much is Robin's resource rush going to be worth to me? Well, it's worth the prize ticket, which I think comes with the... Oh, my inventory was full and I didn't pick up the radioactive ore. Glad I noticed before I stepped downstairs. What did I get here? Enricher. Place on a sprinkler and load fertilizer to automatically apply it when planting nearby seeds. Interesting. That's one of the things that you can only get from a key recipe or spending key gems, typically. And so I guess it's just kind of a random drop from key tier enemies here in the super mines or whatever. That's kind of cool. And yeah, I am getting some stone while doing this. It doesn't seem nearly as efficient as I was hoping for it to be, but I don't know that I have any other clever ideas for efficiency. Yeah, I think honestly, like, more efficient will just be to hope for another lucky day where we go diving the skull caverns once again. I would like to pick up some of this stuff. I don't need this. I should have emptied my inventory before I began all this, but I did not. And that. Okay, great. And then I'd like to pin you against these rocks so that I get some more stone. Health is still at half. And actually, I guess I have some vampirism in this build. So I could build my health back up if I play a little bit carefully. But let's see if we can find a good number of enemies standing near rocks. Doesn't seem like it on this floor. Definitely not on this floor. Not looking great on this floor either. We can get some rocks here. Come walk over here. Thanks. Over here. This guy will give us some rocks. There we go. And if you walk over here... Oh gosh, I almost killed myself again. Okay, I feel like I'm not playing my best. So let's just go ahead and bounce. Also, my inventory's been full for a while, because I wasn't really prepared for this trip. But we're up to halfway through Robin's Resource Rush to gather all this stone. Are there any other clever places that I can gather stone? I don't think so. I think it's basically about going to the mines. This will bring to Clint on a day that he's open. That can be stored away. It should have been already. The Desert Totem, we learned a valuable lesson, that it's not worth very much money. That can be put away. This... I mean, I guess I'll try it out if I replant the pumpkins in the second half of the season. So, thunk. Stick it on there, and then I could put some... Do I even own any stuff that you put on... Fertilizer. Fertilizer is the name that I'm looking for. I might have sold all my fertilizer because I didn't plan to ever use it again. Because it's kind of a pain in the neck. It's possible I still have some fertilizer over in a chest over here. I do not. I just have tree fertilizer in there. Okay, so I don't know that that particular drop is going to help us at all. But we own it now. I suppose, in that case, how much does it sell for? 200? I might get fertilizer somehow out of something that we crack open at Clint's, and then I could store it in there, and then I might get better quality pumpkins, and that might turn into money. And so, based on that hypothetical, let's imagine that we might still be able to get some money out of that. Okay, health is currently down. So let's do this. I have a pink cake. Let's eat it. We still have some time. And so there's only a couple days left in the week. So I might as well go back to the mines and do what I was doing, but just try to do it better. And now I have an emptier inventory, which should also work in my favor. So, bad guys need to be killed. If they can be killed next to things that give us rocks, that's even better. Let's focus on bad guys getting killed and not me. Nice. Nice. Let's see, if I really want stone, I should go and try to mine the stone. There we go. There's another fairy box trinket. And I guess while I'm here, I can also go buy Marlin and sell off any excess trinkets I get here, since we're standing near the Adventurers Guild for once. So we'll plan to do that after this little mining trip. But for now, we'll just try to luck into some more stone. Ouch. And occasionally also gather up some other ores. And yeah, I get a surprising number of diamonds. Like, I own a lot of diamonds. Oh, and a iridium bar. That's once again, two iridium bars. That's 3,000 money. Just from killing a random bad guy down here. That's a pretty good payoff. Did I already see a stairway down? I did. This place is not too friendly, but it is good for just mining up some stone in relative peace. So I'll do that. And I'm just going to use a bomb here. Block. I didn't manage to block at the right timing. Alright. this seems sufficiently rock dense that I'll try to kill some more bad guys. And then that guy I just killed out of spite. Since he was not standing near any rocks. That's my only justification. For spite. Okay, I do have a stairway down already. We mined some stone. So let's head downwards once again. Not particularly rock dense here, so we'll just mine it up. And yeah, I think when I get around 7.5 million in money that I'm carrying around, I think I will switch to trying to sell off all of the excess everything that I've been hoarding in dozens of chests to try to advance us towards 10 million a bit sooner. And yeah, I think that's basically it, other than getting some other random quests done, either from Keys quests or from quests in the big board in town. But I feel like the way that I'm playing now, where I'm sleeping away days, is just earning me lots of passive farming income pretty quickly. And that seems like the most efficient way to get to where we're going in a reasonable amount of time. How am I doing now on Robin's Resource Rush? 655. Okay, we got over 100. I think on this run. So that is good. And this would be another great spot for a bomb, honestly. Here we go. Aquamarines, I prefer you to sap. You're much more valuable. And bat wings happen to hop into my inventory too, that's fine. 11 p.m. We'll do one more floor. This floor is extremely quiet. Okay, finally an enemy. Who gave me the darkness debuff? Boo! See an Omni Geode over there, but now I've discovered how relatively worthless they are. I wonder if there's another trade, like there's one day of the week trade for each day of the week, I think, by the Desert Trader. So like he trades for Jade, for example, on Sundays. I wonder if there's any other day of the week where there's anything else that you can trade the Omni Geodes for, and if it's at all valuable. Because if not, these Omni Geodes, they're basically just weighing me down unless I go spend a bunch of my own time, in terms of like Brian's own wall clock time at Clint's, cracking them open. I have to pay to crack them open too. I guess, is there a way that I can set up? It requires coal too. There's a geode crusher that I own that I could crush them on my own, but can you load up both coal and Omni Geodes into a hopper and use that? I don't actually know the answer to that. I wonder if there's a way to automate the geode crusher using a hopper. Maybe there is, and maybe that is the key to my success. Or future success. So I think tomorrow we'll try to investigate that, unless tomorrow's another good luck day with staircases, in which case we'll do the usual, which is try to dive the skull mines once again. I forgot to go by the Adventurers Guild, but it is getting late, so I guess that's going to be my excuse. That can just get stored in there. Dwarf Scroll I'll sell for the 3 gold. Used to be 1 gold, but now I get triple artifact money or something. Kitty cat. I feel like you've not been petted recently. That's a jack-o'-lantern, not an orange kitty cat. Cat, where you at? I need to get to bed. There's the kitty. Hi, kitty. I apologize for neglecting you. Alright, the kitty's okay with us. During the night, Seppa gave birth to a baby cow named Ratsu, named Shelly. Like, I'm hovering over OK, and it randomized the name. I wonder... There's some little UI glitch going on there, because that has happened before. And it's not my fault. That's good, though, because Ratsu, honestly, was not a good name. Alright, spirits are mildly perturbed. Great. So that means today we can work on automation. There's a bream for me. We'll say geodes. We'll dump some stuff in here as we do. So if I'm going to make more hoppers, I need more radioactive ore smelted up. Sadly, I have 24. So we'll just use the small furnace, I suppose, because the big furnace goes 25 at a time. I do, however, have 50 iridium ore, so we could get those going in the big furnaces. Requires 3 coal at a time, I forgot. And I should have a bunch of gold now. Yeah, so let's get some gold going in these furnaces as well. I got broken glasses from the lobsters, who are doing great. So apparently they can give you trash items. But once again, the reason I put the lobsters in there is that crab pot, fish pond thingies can apparently give you seaweed. And if I can get 5 more seaweed, then I can get more fish ponds. And if I can get more fish ponds, then we can just make more profit. And it's a virtuous loop. Also, it looks like I'm going to be making some more kegs today in addition to a hopper. So that's great. Let's go ahead and get the glasses out of my inventory by stuffing them in some recycling machines. The bream also is a river fish that can... Oh, doesn't stack in here. It's a non-quality, and I have breams of this quality, this quality, and this quality, so this fish is just getting sold. Along with these things. Okay. It's going to take a while for that to finish. I don't have any radioactive bars right now, right? Right. So we don't work on the hopper right this moment then. And instead, we go peek into the greenhouse, because I probably haven't been in here in a number of days. Yeah, and it needs a harvesting. So I will take some time to do this. And then even if we do eventually do some hopper automation later in the day, it's still the case that I do have some other things that I want to crack open. I'd be able to crack them all open if the hopper automation works. Okay, so in that case, I'm actually going to use fairy dust to speed this up and get my radioactive bar. And so if I want to craft a hopper, I need radioactive, iridium, and 10 hardwood. Got it. So let's craft up another one of these guys. And so now the question that I have is there any chance that I can put... first of all, I need a geode crusher. I think I own one. Yes, it's right here. So this is a geode crusher, so here's how it works. You stick a geode in it, and then it'll go and automatically crush it, but it uses a coal and a geode. And so if I put both of these things in here, and I don't think it takes too long for it to do its thing, but I'm not sure how long is not too long. So in the meantime, let's go grab some other things I could be grabbing, and then we'll go see what happens when I take its output. See if it manages to feed itself both a coal and an omnigeode in order to get the next omnigeode going. And if it does, then I can set it up alongside the other hoppers so that I can just walk by and each time get another geode crushed, and that would be a good thing. So let's hope for that. In the meantime, I will do some other basic farm tending, as I do. But is this thing done yet? It is indeed done, and it does work. Okay, that's what I needed to know. I'm okay losing an omnigeode to go ahead and move this into its new correct location, which I guess is going to be at the end of the coffees. Sure. And actually, the coffees, they're not going to last forever. I've already gone through like 2/3 of my coffee supply or whatever. But this is going to go here. Geode crusher is going to go here. And then inside here we put this and this. And it gets plunked in there. Okay, so now I can start automatically processing all those omnigeodes. I don't have to pay Clint for it. It does cost me coal, but each individual coal is only worth 15. That's cheaper than the 25 that Clint charges me. And so that's actually kind of a net win. Obviously, we used a hopper, which was a very expensive item to make. But that's fine. I'm happy to have the automation. Okay, so with that done, then we still have the issue of Robin's Resource Rush, where we only have 2 days left to collect another 300 stone. So I would like to do this task, and so I think we are going to be headed back into the mines. And yeah, I don't feel like it was being super efficient. Do I want to do the mines, or do I want to do the Skull Caverns? The Skull Caverns are super dangerous. Yeah, Skull Caverns are super dangerous, and the mines are only somewhat dangerous, so I think I'm going to do the mines, because I'm definitely not playing my best gameplay today. And my inventory is sufficiently empty. I think it's sufficiently empty. Let's go ahead and get these on the bar in case I see a whole bunch of rocks in one place that I want to try to dig up. Hey, guess what? A whole bunch of rocks in one place that I want to try to dig up. Also, did I eat anything yet? I did not, so let's have a spicy eel to have a little bit of extra luck. Alright, there's a bunch of rocks. And I bet you we can get some more. I mean, there are a bunch of rocks here, but no enemies nearby. I can at least get to explode a few more rocks down here before we head downstairs. And this also looks like it could be good. Alright, you gave me a bunch of rocks, thanks. You gave me a couple. And there's a way down there, which I might just take. Who's down here? It's actually quite dark on my screen. Alright, this guy, he gave me a few more rocks. Okay, let's feel content with that for now. How's my health doing? It's doing fine. You're standing near a few rocks. Doesn't look like there's much rock density here. Let's go down another floor. Here's some good rock density. Great. You need to die. You too. You three. And if you would die near these rocks, that would be super great for me. I wonder what, like, a no pickaxe run would be like. It would be interesting to try to do Robin's Resource Rush without a pick. Well, you could just give yourself, like, 99 bombs, and it wouldn't be that interesting, I suppose. Ooh, I have a negative debuff that's making me take more damage, and it's pretty bad right now. Also, I can't see. Okay, but we got through it. We muscled through it. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, napalm ring rather than a pickaxe for defeating enemies and causing them to explode as a way to mine. I wonder if there's some kind of clever challenge restriction you could do that would make the gameplay particularly interesting. Never really thought about that. Could you play the game without tools at all? I don't think so. But all of a sudden I'm just thinking about, like, different ways that you could get the game started that are kind of non-traditional. I don't know, it feels like, I'm sure, like I said, this game, at the very start of this whole series, this game has been done to death. There's YouTube videos on everything that you could imagine doing in Stardew Valley. And so I'm sure people have done crazy stuff like that. Like a no pickaxe run or something. So I guess I'll have to go try to look those up myself and see if it looks fun. I don't think I would ever actually do it, but it's a fun idea. It'd be very hard to get through the first... I guess you can get money from farming, and you could buy ore from Clint. And then craft bombs, except for crafting bombs, I think the recipe comes from getting a certain amount of mining experience, and you wouldn't be able to get the mining experience because you didn't have a pickaxe to mine. Yeah, so I'm just trying to, like, theory craft it in my head right now, in terms of, like, how you could ever mine anything without a pickaxe at the very beginning of the game. And I'm having a hard time imagining it all. Let's see, it's 5:10 p.m. How many more rocks do we need? Still a lot. So I need to eat some food. Let's Let's have this delicious rhubarb pie. That seems perfect. Actually, rhubarb pie sounds really good to me right now. All of a sudden, that just made me hungry. And rhubarb is one of those things. Look at this crab dancing around. Rhubarb is one of those things. I suppose a crab is a fish. And when fish are on the ground, they dance around because it's like the fish are flopping around. I mean, a crab isn't actually a fish, but like in terms of this game, like it's something that you get from fishing. So the game treats it like a fish, and so it's like using the same fish flopping around animation probably. That's probably what's happening there. That's my own speculation just now, but it makes sense. Alright, that was cool. My magic quiver trinket basically mined a bunch of stone for me there. Very handy. Okay, this is definitely deserving of a bomb. Alright, thanks for the rocks. I demand more rocks. I did not manage to get them to explode the rocks, but I did get more key gems. Can you sell key gems? No, they're just like in your this kind of inventory, but they're not actually objects in the world that you could try to sell. So I'm fairly certain you cannot. I guess the best way to try to sell a key gem is to spend the key gem on non-recipe things in Key's like sales area, and then sell the things you buy from him. So like I could buy like some super sprinkler or something that he sells, and then just throw it in the shipping bin. And that's a way to make money off of my key gems. Probably would not make very much money, but if I'm trying to think of ways to make money and ways to kind of convert all of my inventory and possessions into money at the end of the game, that's a way to do it. Or at least it seems like a way to do it in my head. I think there's no more enemies left on this floor, so I'm just going to mine all this stuff up. And I think that might be a diamond in the dark colors. Kind of looks kind of different, but sure enough, diamonds. Also, money. So that is good for me. I'm aware of the fact that my health is kind of low, and so I'm playing a little bit more carefully. Let's do that. That'll give us a bunch of stone and give us a nice entry point into the room to mine up some more stone. And so I think we've got to be over 900 by now, right? 938, yeah. Okay, so we'll have no trouble finishing this tomorrow, whatever tomorrow brings. Let me go ahead and mine up the rest of this room. There we go. And I think I left one stone over here. Yes, I did. No stone left unmined. Can be our rallying cry today. A rallying cry? I don't know that I need a rallying cry necessarily in this game. Alright, there's a number of enemies over there. I think I decided I was just gonna hang out over here instead. Oh no, the bats, they found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty! We'll grab these stones that are easy, but my health is low enough now that I think I'm willing to just go ahead and call it a... Well, this is a whole lot of stone. So let's grab those guys. And those guys. Okay. Now I'm willing to call it a night. Actually, now there aren't any enemies over here, and this is a whole lot of stone too. So we'll grab these guys too, and now yay! I was gonna say double check if we have finished the quest. And we have, and I might as well grab the money. We'll grab this money too. And that means there'll be a prize ticket waiting for me, and I can still redeem it. Because the mayor's house is open all night. Because I'm the greatest. I do have some things I need to sell, so that I will have room in my inventory. What are things I'm definitely just going to sell? In the long run, I'm definitely going to sell all of my emeralds. So I'll get that out of my inventory. So that I have room to pick up a prize ticket, and the prize ticket will trade in for... I think it's mystery boxes that are coming up next. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Have you gone to bed yet tonight? Yes. He says good evening from inside bed, sleeping. Oh, I was wrong. It was a single fairy dust. At least there's 5 iridium bars coming up, but these prize tickets are getting ridiculously not good. I don't need that. Or that. Nothing on Pierre's board. Okay, and did I pull any other interesting loot today? Not really. It was mostly about the stone. That's fair. Coffee, 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 coffee. Something out of a geode. Woohoo! And we got some of these to do. I see some truffles on the ground that can get stuffed into a truffle oil maker. Oh my goodness, all the truffles. I guess the pig had been cooped up for a few days, and then he had great discoveries once he got out when it was no longer raining. That's my hypothesis. Alright. I'll sell off some inventory, and we'll call it a night. Kitty cat's in the kitchen tonight. Meow. Let's go to sleep. So we have no active quests. It's Sunday, so we don't have a new quest coming in until tomorrow. So we'll see how the luck is doing today. Oh, the bookseller's in town. Spirits are in good humor. Let's drink the coffee and see what we get from the dwarf. We did not get the staircase bonus, though. And so I think I'll take this. But I think we'll do some bookselling and other farming stuff for today. And then tomorrow things will get interesting. Oh, what do the lobsters want? We'd really like to have 10 bug meats. Well, you're in luck. Because it just so happens that I have 10 bug meats right here. Blue, 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 blue. The fish seem happy. Hooray! Stardew Valley, the game where you focus on the happiness of raccoons and lobsters. Is there anything else more wholesome? Alright, that stuff's all good. Let's do a run around the farm. And then I'll run over to the bookseller, and we'll try to buy some of the books, even if I don't want them, just to finish off some of the collections on this tab, because there's 3 books here. So I do wonder if they're bookseller books. I know one of them is the horse book, but I'm not sure about the other 2. And I'm pretty sure there's something that shows you whether or not you've read a particular book at the booksellers, so we'll be able to check that out. Let's see, that can be saved in there. A number of these artisan goods and things can just be dumped off in here. We'll dump the mushrooms too, sure. And I think the bookseller's open all day. So sure, let's just run over to the bookseller early. We can also run by Pierre's, because maybe he'll have an easy quest that we want to do. There is a quest. I need a blackberry. Gus. We can go wake up Gus in bed, actually. You know what? That's even more fun than the bookseller. I don't know that we've ever found Gus in the back room, but he doesn't typically leave his room until like 11:30 a.m. or something. So let's go bring him a blackberry just so we can go back there and I can take advantage of my key to the city. So I think I've got at least 1 blackberry in here. Yeah, that looked like about 210 blackberries. So we can definitely afford to bring one of them over to Gus. I'm not sure why rubbing a blackberry on your sore knee would help. It seems like it would just make your knee turn purple. There's the maple seed that I left on the ground from the trash yesterday. Brilliant. But yeah, here's the back rooms at Gus's. Oops, no, I'm not trying to eat it. And he's already up from bed, but he's just sitting here. You brought the item I asked for. Thanks so much. Here's what I owe you. Glad to see you. You're always welcome here. I'm glad. I came into your house at 8:30 in the morning and got paid 60 gold. Alright, we're well on our way to perfection with that extra 60 gold. That's going to propel us over the top, I am certain. I'm curious. This fireplace is not on. Can I turn it on? I cannot turn it on. I cannot interact with it. I don't know if it turns on in the evening or something. I've never really paid attention to that before. In any case, back to the bookseller. I don't remember if I have any books that still need to be sold off. I don't remember obtaining any recently. But my memory's not that good. But in fact, we didn't have any. Moss. But, buy books. So, thumbs up, I think, means I've read it. No, I've definitely read the Stardew Valley Almanac as well. Because well, no, that's Farming Experience. I was thinking that was the one that gives you all the prices. So maybe I've never read these, because some of them have thumbs up on them. Yeah, and I've never read Horse the Book. So let's buy this one. And then I don't think the experience books, honestly, are going to do anything for me. Let's buy the cheapest of all of these, which I think is this one. And so now let's look carefully. So our collections tab, we're missing 3 things. So I think this one will be one of those things. You've learned a new power. Yes, it just showed up here. I think this one will not be, because I think the experience books are just experience. And yeah, they are not powers. So what are these last 2 powers? I have no idea. Maybe one of them is related to perfection. And so maybe until we get perfection, we won't have access to one of them. But I bet you at least one of them is like somewhere out in the world that I could have already gotten it a long time ago. Are there any vendors that sell books that I have forgotten to try to read? Offhand, I'm not thinking of any, but there are some vendors that I don't visit very often. One of them is the dwarf, and so since we're talking about it, let's go visit the dwarf and see if he has any books for sale. One day you'll have to tell me about this beverage you call milk. Dwarf Safety Manual. I've definitely read that. And I bought your Rare Crow. So that's not it. Over in town, Krobus sells some interesting things. So let's head down into the sewers. I was going to bring some... No, I wasn't. I was going to say bring some geodes to Clint's to crush. But then I remembered that I came up with an alternative strategy. That involves automation and is clearly superior. Oh! There's a cutscene. A shadow person above ground? This is outrageous. Your people were responsible for the death of my entire family. If you dwarves hadn't driven us from our ancestral home, we'd never have had to resort to violence. I'm sorry about your family. Sorry isn't gonna cut it. I think there's some books in the library that talks about the dwarves and the shadow people, and the animosity between the two. Let me at him. He's despicable. Come and get it, Shrimpy. It's the wizard. He's come to save the day. By lighting them on fire. Silence, both of you. The elemental wars have long been finished. You have no reason to be fighting any longer. The two of you must make peace for the sake of the humans that live around you. Surely you can see that. Dots. Very well. I'll stay away from the sewer from now on. And I'm truly sorry about the past, dwarf. I have no personal gripe with you. Very good. I shall cast a seal of promise to finalize this agreement. Zing. Dots. Okay. We witnessed a cutscene that I guess I hadn't been down in the sewers in a long time. I'm a little bruised, but I'm okay. Do you sell things I want? Ah, you can get more furniture collection here. Return Scepter I could afford. Never had it before. It's basically works exactly like an infinite stack of warp totems, I think. Which I definitely do not need because I still have 36 of them I have not managed to use. Hat Mouse definitely doesn't sell anything. Who else might sell a book? Like maybe the raccoons. Like maybe I still need to do more raccoon quests, and they're eventually going to give me a crazy book. There's nothing else in the Mastery Cave over here, right? Haven't been up here in a long time. Let's just pop back in here and just make sure. Yeah, Final Path is all done. We've got the music box. We got Grandpa's nightcap hat there or whatever. So I don't think there's anything there for me. I'll go visit the Hat Mouse, since he is a vendor. The Wizard, I'm quite certain, does not sell any books. Traveling Salesman, it is Sunday, so we can go visit the Traveling Merchant in the cart and see if there's anything there. Yeah, these are all just cute and not so cute things to wear on your head, as far as I can tell. Some of them may be references to other things that I'm not aware of. I noticed the last one on the list was called Infinity Crown, which sounds like a thing that might be a reference that I don't know. But I'm headed up to the Traveling Merchant now. But I can't help myself. I have to grab some moss along the way. Alright, Traveling Cart, what you got? Rhubarb. I just ate a pie full of them. Sadly, not in real life. Yeah. Pretty mundane. So, raccoons... You don't sell books, right? Oh, you have a new quest. Dried purple mushrooms, 5 white algae. Dried purple mushrooms, 5 white algae. Let's do it. 5 purple mushrooms dried, and 5 white algae. Tukabella looks very happy. Before we do that, let's go run by all these things. Clunk. The Geode Crusher, it makes a satisfying noise. I do like that. 5 dried purple mushrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get yourselves in the dehydrator. That'll take a long time, so we will use some fairy dust to speed it up slightly. Oh, look, it's already done. And then I would need to grab 5 white algae, which turns out I do have. Huzzah. And let's go visit the raccoons again, and then I'll also see if they have any books for sale that I have never purchased. But first off, I have gifts for you. It's the things you wanted. Merry Christmas, raccoons. Raccoon bundle complete. Take this. It's a book of stars. We've gotten this a few times. That's just another one of the experience books that I can trade in for stuffing or something. And are there any other books available here? There are not. Okay. Then I think we're done with that. Were there other things I was in the midst of working on today? Who knows? Not me, that's for sure. We've got more young animals. And look at all the truffles. Oh my goodness. Pig, you're doing an amazing job. Keep on truffling. I got another geode, great. So that thing works pretty quickly. I ideally actually should have it over here so that it's closer to where I'm standing when I'm just managing inventory and things. I think that will be more advantageous. Also, a red mushroom forageable has appeared here. I don't think I knew that forageables could appear in this zone on this farm, but now I do. Used up all my iridium ore previously. So, we didn't have any journal stuff. We completed the raccoon quest. I did some things in town. Is there anything else I need to do? I've run around. I've pet the animals. We harvested this stuff very recently. I guess I can turn some more coffees into some more triple shot espressos for old time's sake, because I do have a lot of them. So we'll do that. Alright, 144. It's a perfect square. And we have 1 coffee left over for future stacking purposes. Yeah, I suppose this will be okay over here. Eventually the coffee's gonna run out, and then... Is there anything else that would be useful for me to try to automate once the coffee runs out? Well, I'll have to think about that on a future day. I think the answer is probably yes, but I haven't pieced together exactly what it is. But I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and call it for today. We've made some good progress. And yeah, our money has been creeping up episode by episode. Like, I was at like 3.7 million or something not too long ago. I think the kitty cat is not inside here. The kitty cat's doing fine. So I'm going to say I hope as always that you all are having a great day. And I will see you again soon with more Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley? Stardew Valley, where we are trying to climb towards $10 million. For now, bye-bye.